You know, we take many things for granted, and as I was talking to Professor Thomas Bridgeman, who happens to be the director of the Lake Erie Center and the professor, an ecology professor at the University of Toledo, I was reminded how often we take for granted fresh drinking water. We turn on that tap and there it is, or although we probably shouldn't be using bottled water as often as we do, we pick it up without hesitation because we've gotten comfortable with the fact that it will always be there for us. Well, I'd like to remind you of that season in 2014 when it wasn't so available. Remember, we were told by city officials that we weren't able to use our drinking water for 2 days, and it sent everybody scurrying, me included. I had a trunk full of bottled water as I scavenged my way through Kroger's and every available gas station trying to find bottled water because you can't get through the day without it, right? Right. So there are some things that we should keep in mind unless we want that to happen again. We have to pay attention to the things that impact the Great Lakes, Lake Erie specifically. We have to pay attention to things like climate change. I know that there's this rabid discussion out there about whether climate change is a reality, but there are some things that science tells us for sure, like the temperature of the lakes are increasing, and that those things can have, that particular thing can have a tremendous influence on the health of the lake, our ability to use the beaches, our ability to fish, our ability to swim in the lake. All of those things are affected by not only climate change, but the impact that climate change and the warming of the weather can have on the alga bloom growth. So I'm not an expert on this. The expert on this, it will be on the show. You can see him on our To The Point show, but I encourage you to really take heed to what he's saying. Water is a resource that we can't do without, and it's ours to protect or it's ours to destroy. Please join me on To The Point. I so look forward to having you with us.